You know, I think of doing this for like 3.5 years. I would know what the hell I'm doing around here, but I don't. What's up, everybody? It's EC Radio. We're live on all Disruption Network social media platforms. You can follow along on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, all those social media video platforms that you guys are all addicted to, that I'm addicted to, too. As a matter of fact, I'm not the only one, but you are, too. Anyways, much love to my sponsors. Much love to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When it's time to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his crew at 315-335-0516. They're great, reputable young men. They wear back braces. They wear masks. They say ma'am and sir. I mean, they're just really respectful young men. They'll move pretty much anything you need to move, too. They move gym equipment. They'll move a studio. They'll move your Aunt Hilda to California. Whatever you need to do, hit them up at ejamovingservices.com. Also, Dave Longaretta, my attorney, good friend of mine, one of the sponsors of this show. If you need legal advice, give him a call today at 315-735-6162. Shout out to my peeps over at Utica Coffee. I am drinking Utica Buzz today. Let me tell you, people, if you need that jolt, you need that kick in the pants, you need to get up, if you will, try this Utica Buzz because it does the trick. WakeTheHellUp.com. Also, much love to my friends over at Saranac for believing in the D, and thank you to all the sponsors. If not for the sponsors, we would not have this podcast. A man that I have so much respect for is in the studio with me today, and that is my man, Eric Decarlis. Sir, how are you, man? It's great to see you.
Hello, hello. I'm doing very well. How are you, my man?
It's been a minute.
That it has.
How you holding up through this pandemic?
Ooh, stronger than ever. Stronger than ever.
No, I've been following you for a while. We've been friends for a minute here. And how do you keep that positive vibe going, especially through the current state of affairs that we're in?
You know, it's just basically like the state of mind. Obviously, everyone's in a crap situation, and it's just like, well, what are you going to do about it? Are we going to piss and moan, or are we going to make some moves and try to make the best out of it? So it was actually, and I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but COVID actually gave me a time to step back and basically reevaluate things. And now I'm doing things bigger, better, less stress on me, and more beneficial. So it's actually been, knock on wood, like fairly good to me and the gym as well. So I'm super stoked for what's coming.
You and I come from the same cloth where you got to go,
Absolutely.
get it done, get it done, get it done. Has it taught you to slow down, and have you learned to slow down from it?
I have. I would use the word more efficient, you know what I mean? Because when I started my personal training business, I literally, because I think most people know, not everyone knows that I work a full-time job outside of here at Marcy Psych Center.
You're still there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still there. So building this, I was literally working 5 a.m. to about 8 p.m. every night, you know. You got to do what you got to do to build a business. So I built the name, you know, then obviously, you know, I teamed up with Alex in the mill. And it's just, it was a beautiful, beautiful tag team with everyone that's there. Eddie, Aaron, they're fantastic. And it's a very, very bright future. We call it the Dynasty, you know. So our little team of Avengers, great personal trainers in Collis and Janae. So the future is very, very bright. And I'm super stoked for the special needs population because we got a ton of stuff coming up. So
a lot of stuff. We'll get into that just in a second, but I want to talk about the Fitness Mill. I feel like it's one big ball of influential positivity going on in there. You mentioned Aaron and Eddie, who've been on the show a couple times. We were on a couple weeks ago, and then yourself and Alex. What's it like on a day-to-day operation over there with everybody just at a high level of inspiration?
It's funny, too, and I love it, and you probably see it, too, every morning. Aaron's, you know, doing her little videos, and I'm like, first off, how do you wake up? Like, I got crap in my eye. I'm like, had my shirts half over my head, and she's in there, you know, doing her little thing and
making her Shakeology.
Absolutely, and I love it. Even if I watch it for 3 seconds, I smile, and then I go on with my day. But just the vibe in that place, you know what I mean? Alex and I worked out something, so I actually have a desk shift. He goes, you know, with your name, I want you your face at the front desk. I said, you got it. So I'm there at 5 a.m. on Tuesdays, and it's just a beautiful thing to be a part of because we're all in it for the same reasons. And with our names and resources, the stuff that we're going to bring to this community is going to be like no other. So, You heard it here first, people.
I love it. Hey, you got the right camera too.
I know. That's what I told Z when I first got here, guys. I was like, I feel like I'm in the ESPN studios. There's cameras over here. You got a flat screen. I'm like, whoa, talk about, some upgraded here. They're looking good.
Yeah, you've been in it a couple times. We definitely have upgraded, and
Yeah.
it's centered around your woman's piece over there,
That's
the mural.
right.
And shout out to Ann. She's checking in right now. She says she loves us both. Obviously, she loves you a lot more than she loves me, but she did an awesome job on that mural. And,
Yes, she did.
And it's very cool. And so thank you, Ann. I haven't stopped thanking her. I feel like I thank her all the time when I see her. I'm like, thank you so much. And then she's always like, I'm sorry it took so long. I don't care. It was worth the wait. It's good
she
stuff, though.
Killed it as usual.
She did. But back to the fitness mill, though. You guys got to be picking each other up every day.
Yep, absolutely. Especially like we were closed. What was it, 5-6 months?
I know.
So when we opened up, and obviously it's slow with the guidelines and the mask and the occupancy. It's gaining traction now, though. So I was there. I do a 5-hour shift, and it's starting to people were feeling it out, and I do not blame you whatsoever. But the staff there are doing a great job of enforcing what needs to be done. We got to do forms no matter if you come 7 days a week. Every time you come in, you got to fill out your COVID screening and get your temperature check. So the whole crew is taking every possible guideline in place and making sure that everyone's safe. So
yeah, how do you get time for a workout in?
Luckily, well, two things. Like if I have a class or something, I'll either go in early or stay a little bit later. And then we also have a gym at the psych center that if I can't get to the mill, I'll work out there. But obviously, there's nothing like the full gym.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad, getting that out, and the program's finally started up. We're our third week in. So it's great. It's a great time. I feel good about everything that's going on. The gym's picking up, and then just like we said, what the future brings with the new facility and all the plans that we have right now moving forward, it's going to be it's really exciting.
You got a new building going up on Whitesboro Street. Right? Is it Whitesboro Street?
Yeah, Riscony Boulevard.
Riscony Boulevard.
Yeah, right over there.
It's it all kind of.
You're not going to be able to miss it. That's for sure. It doesn't matter what street it's on.
So the Plaza Place is going to be huge, right?
Yeah. Yep. I think the total, don't quote me, it was around 50, because he's got a little strip mall. All these businesses are going in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what he wanted too. He wanted an experience, not just a gym experience. You can go, like Paulie Diamond's having the corner barbershop there and stuff. There was a lot of Pete's Cornucopia, so it's going to be a nice little area and live it downtown.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Love it and live it.
Add some commerce to downtown Utica a little bit too.
We're coming up, man. People can say what they want, but this area is resilient.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
great.
Utica has always been in kind of like a recession.
You're right.
Right? So
Absolutely.
like this pandemic can't keep us down at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Next.
What else you going to try to throw at us?
Exactly.
Well, with the hospital going up and the construction, they're placing the steel on the hospital right now, and I see the Cree buildings going up in Marcy, and just like a lot of great things happening.
Absolutely.
And, there's still good buzz, even though we're in the middle of this stupid pandemic on the Corona coaster, I like to call it.
I like that one.
It's what it is. It's got its ups and downs, and but anyways, we're still killing it. Like Utica's still got a good revitalization going on, and it's a good
survive. Strong survive, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about what you got going on too. I mean, you have some great things happening with special needs and working with the UCP, correct?
That's what we'll talk about. UCP was my heart for 8 years. That's where I worked, but now we have partnerships with the Kelberman Center. I still work with UCP. The residential programs, I've worked with their Dayhab program. Right before COVID, I was the 21 Club and I were doing a partnership to work on, which we will once this thing gets over. But I started what we called the initiative is Fitness for All, because I was having classes at the fitness mill with the Kelberman Center, and literally like they would sell out so quick. I'm like, man, we got to do something, and that's what like Alex, Eddie, and Aaron and we met. I'm like, we got to do more. There's kids being left behind, and then I would get messages from some of the families and, oh my God, we can't get in. So I'm like, we're not doing that anymore. So I talked with the crew Alex gave me the special needs fitness director position, so now that's all I'm doing. So I'm going to be developing, implementing, and sustaining fitness programs for the crew inside the mill. And then we're also developing really cool things coming up as well. Is through the Kelman Center, we were awarded a grant, significant grant. So we're going to be offering family memberships. So
Awesome.
Because we want family fitness, you guys do it together. And then that also includes a direct care worker, because a lot of them have staff if the parents are working. So everyone gets this membership and everything's on the house. And another thing we're super, super proud of is we're doing a on-site vocational program so the kids can come in, volunteer, and learn job skills on site.
Really?
Yeah, so we sat down, we came up with some great things, and just going to do some life coaching for the parents. We got money set aside to get equipment to always, revitalize the programs. It's just a great time. Like I tell people, I'm trading in good for great. You know what I mean? So that's coming down the line. And I'm just super excited. The response that I've received from the community and the families, like, you know me, I'm always in it. I don't really realize like who's watching, but then I'll get these random messages. You've changed my son's life. He was never able to do this, or just the social interaction part. It's just a feel good one, but I don't really, I consider myself humble, but I don't realize the impact that you actually make. So I'm just recently with this, because we're in our third week now. I had 26 kids last week.
Wow.
And with the program, the Fitness for All program, I have 6 half-hour sessions. They're back-to-back, so I separate them 5 to 12 and then 13 and up, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. So that way I can get, right now, at least 60 kids in a week, because we still have the guidelines that we have to follow until COVID. And let me tell you something, Z, these kids, because you have to wear a mask, we still have to follow these guidelines.
Yeah.
And for, individuals with developmental disabilities, that's rough to wear a mask for a lot of them too. But you want to talk about tough kids, like they do it and no complaints, no nothing. They show up, and I say this all the time, is we can learn so much from these kids. Perfect example, I was training Mark Radell, his family's phenomenal, at the park, and he's the one that I did the video through like the Ninja Warrior course.
I was just going to say that, the Ninja Warrior.
And his brother shot it. I'm like, you've done this before. I'm like, mine look, I can't get a good picture, and this guy's doing editing, and I'm like, man, I'm going to hire him, seriously. But no BS, come to find out, he ruptured his eardrum. Like he was doing that with a smile on his face. I'm like, that's just badass. I'm like,
wow.
But these are the kids that I'm working with. I got a lot of new faces, a lot of loyal faces, which my families, you guys are the absolute best. They've stuck with me from the studio to here, and I'm going to do everything I can with all our resources at the gym to just, help improve the quality of life of the kids. So
amazing.
So it's been so far so good, and literally we're growing every week. I think we went from 17 to 26, and just last night I already had 12. One of my classes was actually maxed out. So
take me through one of your classes. Like, what exactly are you doing? Different, like calisthenics, exercising, and
I like to do a little bit of everything, and I think that's why I've been so successful. Is I like to switch it up a lot. And working with the special needs community, you have to keep it fun. You know what I mean? So if you're doing the same stuff all the time, they're going to lose interest very quickly. So I keep it, we'll do it, we'll stay on task, we'll take a break, so on and so forth. But like for my breaks, I was like, all right, we're going to walk a lap. So you're still being active, you're resting up a little bit, and you're still having fun because everyone else is doing it together. So like I'll set up a little Ninja Warrior course. And we're working on the areas of needs without them knowing. Whether it's core, balance, muscular strength and endurance, I implement those things in the Warrior course, so they don't even realize it, but we're working on all the areas of needs that the majority of special needs may be lacking. So I'm super excited about that. And then we'll do actual weight training. I got little dumbbells. We'll get busy. I'll do body weight stuff. They love the track. And a lot of them, I got a couple guys that are high energy. Go at it. You know what I mean? Oh, can I do another one? Do another 5. You know what I mean? And in the ability levels, some of my kids lasting 20 minutes and getting a couple laps around the track is a success. And then on the other end, one of my guys is actually invited to the World Games in Russia.
What?
For cross country ski. Like we're here, and it's beautiful. And
Wait,
I
for
love
cross country
cross country skiing.
skiing.
Yeah.
Wow.
He already won a bronze medal, I think, a few years back. But that's
A local kid.
yep.
And how do we not know about this?
Jordan, that's my next thing. Don't get me started on this. Jordan Shackler, he's known in the
Oh,
community.
yeah, I met him actually.
He's great.
I met him.
And that's one of my things too that I wanted to talk about is like what my game plan is moving forward. Because like we got the fitness for all, so I want to get this COVID over with first, so we can build the program, and then once that's sustained, I have another initiative I want to work on. It's athletics for all. Me personally, I've been in the special needs industry for 15 years. What organized sports? I don't see anything. And I used to coach Special Olympics at UCP. We were extremely successful. We used to pack the house, and it's disappeared. Exactly why you said, why haven't I heard of this? Why haven't you? I'm going to fix that problem. And that's in my plan. So I want to get the fitness thing down, get the athletics down, and then if we got to do our own local Special Olympics, tell me I can't. I'll show you, especially with the resources we have.
You can't.
Yeah, it's on. You heard it here first, people.
They're motivating them just
absolutely.
by saying you can't.
But it's just the days of unavailability that's my goal, and I'm not having it anymore. And I did a post the other day we're all about awareness, and I think as the community we've come very, very far. I remember when I started out, some of the kids would get looks, but now everyone's fairly aware, and I want to continue to support that venture, but I want more opportunities. You know what I mean? We got the awareness, now let's get the opportunities and let's sustain them. Because you'll see the random posts, and a lot of people tag me in of if someone with special needs did this, but it's random and far in between. I'm like, this needs to be a daily thing. These are abilities. I'll show you abilities. Like my guys can clip pull-ups, some of them, and like I'm going to show you what these kids can do,
and not get tired
exactly,
too, huh?
and what they can't do. So
they wear you out sometimes, huh?
Well, that's why I tell the parents. I think they wore me out today. They're like, gonna go again? I'm like, okay. Especially with the mask, they're still going. So God bless them, man. You want to talk about resilient children? They're fantastic, and adults.
So it's a wide range of ages?
Absolutely. Yep. So we go 5, and I have some adults that I work with as well, young adults. So, and we just figure out, where their ability levels is, and we make it the best possible. But the camaraderie between them. Oh, the post that I just put up, the 2 girls, Angelina and Ella.
Yeah.
They came in wearing the same stuff. I'm like, the cuteness levels overload, and I'm like, can I just take a picture? Then they're all posing, hugging. I'm like, I'm done. I said, I'm done. So it's great how they love each other, and like I said before, we can learn from that. So.
And they look up to you, man. You're the big brother.
I appreciate it.
They do.
A lot of them, and like the new ones, because of my size and stuff, they're like, "What's up with this guy?" And then, they warm up to me, and then they love me. And some of them won't even work with anyone but me. So the parents are like, "Oh no, she wants you, or he wants you." I'm like, "That's what I'm here for."
Yeah.
So
that's got to make you feel good.
It does. It does. And then I get random messages from just people in the community or someone I went to high school with. I'm so proud of what you're doing. It's just totally random people. I'm like, holy crap. So I'm super excited.
Yeah. Keeps you humble though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love it. Like in my state job, takes care of things, and this is what I truly enjoy. So, and you don't know how many people you need to do this full time. I'm like, let me at least get my 10 years in, people. Let me get my tenure. But this is something great to be part of. So
how do we get the wheels in motion of doing a Special Olympics here?
So COVID needs to go.
Right, of course.
Once COVID goes.
Of course. It's good to have a plan, though, so then you could just launch it once the Corona coaster's over with. You just go and execute.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So the plan is, and that's why I did them in the order, get the fitness for all, athletics for all. And then in the resources, too, you got the Odd with Rob Ash that Alex has a great relationship with. So we have the places to do it. And the experience that got all of us at the fitness mill. I don't even know if there's any state that has more experience with fitness than our crew, like with Aaron, Addie, myself, Collis. So I'm talking, we're probably 75, 80 years, and I'm only 38, but we've all been doing this for a long period of time. So running it, I don't think will be an issue. And Ange and her event planning and everything, having her as my right-hand woman, you can't lose.
Your squad runs deep.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And her with her life coaching and the people, and you want to talk about, there's no other words that I can really describe it, but they're like badass goddesses. Like these women are so powerful, and just, you want to understand how just a few words can make a difference in people's lives. Like I'm not a coach, but just being in like the secondhand smoke, if you will, with all these of her circle, I've improved. Everything is just great. So I'm just so proud of her and everything she's doing. She's running her own retreats now, and she just got back from Sedona. She's on the support team helping other people get certified. It's just super, super proud of everything that she's accomplishing as well. So I'm set up to win. I'll tell you that much.
For sure,
the
man.
people in my circle. So we're going to bring some really, really great things to this area.
It's awesome. It's awesome to hear, and keep doing it, man. This is amazing what you guys have. The team that you have is unbelievable. It's unstoppable.
Yep.
And Aaron and Eddie, I met with those guys the other day.
I saw.
And she's a
beast.
Like, she's on her own level.
Yeah,
she is. She's on her own level. And the other day I was like, "Don't you ever stop? Do you sleep? What's your deal?"
Even when she's behind the desk, like signing people up for memberships too, you can't. What's the word from, like, she just draws you to her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
She's contagious. You come in. Why wouldn't you want her at the front? Just, hey, I'm happy now too because you're happy.
Yeah.
So she's great, and I've known her for God. We grew up in the industry together in all these different locations. Both did our own thing, and it was just funny how we all landed in the same spot.
Crazy, isn't it? It's meant to be.
Yeah, and then Eddie's great too. And one thing about Eddie too is we have similar interests, like with special needs, but he's a city guy, and then like I have this community here, so we've actually been working together to try to bridge the gap and use each other's ideas to improve programs. So he's another one, a wealth of knowledge, and been in the industry for a while, and he has a lot to do with the music industry too that I believe he's talked to you about. So he's just it's a good team.
And he's quick to help. That's what I love about Eddie. And he's just such a good dude. And he's got great ideas, like you said, but he's very quick to help and share and just do, In fact, I'm rocking his bracelet right now.
Home, baby. Product of your environment.
That's it. And that describes us here in Utica, if you think about it. Us Uticans have this thick skin, if you will, or we come from like a different cloth than the rest of the world just because we've been 100%. Knocked down for so many years. And like I said earlier in this podcast, like we've always been in a recession.
Right.
So
still standing.
When we're still standing, like we can always move forward here in Utica. And when he gave me this bracelet, I'm like, it's perfect.
It is
perfect for people around here.
Oh, the taglines he uses too. He is a smart man.
And just saying #Dream Team.
Oh. Hey, pretty lady.
We've got a couple out there. Everybody say nice T-shirt to me. We launched our new Disruption Network store yesterday. So if you want to hop over, go to seasonalsports1983.com/the Disruption Network, and you can check out all our merchandise, hats and T-shirts and hoodies and everything. So thank you to everybody. It actually has taken off pretty well. We've had a couple sales already so far.
That.
So
looks good.
It's good to see. Yeah.
You guys did good.
Now, what about merchandise on your end? You were running some merch for a minute.
We're working
there,
on stuff too, and with all the initiatives that are coming, we're going to have gear for it. It's on the list. It's not the main priority. I just want to get the program sustained. But all the kids will end up having their own shirts with that as well.
Get them in uniform, right?
Absolutely. Good segue right here. Dr. Dave Kingwater, the chiropractor, is a huge powerlifting promoter.
He's a beast.
So I talked to Dave, and he's one of my biggest supporters too. Anytime he's there at the gym and I have a kid with special needs come in, he comes right up to him. What are you doing? What's your name? He loves it. And I was looking one day. I'm like, some of my kids are strong. It's like, Dave, I shot him a text. How about a special needs powerlifting team? Lost it. He goes, done. When do we need to do it? So one of the next local meets, if the gym has one, we're going to have our own little powerlifting team.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're going to bring down the house.
Now, is there something on a national level that is a special needs powerlifting?
I'm sure it's out there.
There's got to be some sort of competition out there, right?
Yep. So we'll start obviously local, but some of my crew is strong, man. So
I bet.
I really look forward, especially with Dave's knowledge. I'm more of into the bodybuilding, and he's powerlifting is his thing. So under his tutelage, I really look forward to it. And the parents, oh my God, when do we start this and that? So and then Alex is like, you let me know. Whatever you need, so because they wear the singlets, I'm like, I can't even just imagine them walking out to some badass music and bring the house down. I'm like, so and their personalities are so fun. So I really look forward to that. We got that. Then the Kelberman Center asked me to be on their financial development committee. So I'm the elbows I'm rubbing with right now. It's just the future is going to be good, and this is what I want to be doing. So,
dude, when do you sleep?
Don't tell anyone because I'm trying to be badass here. But when I get home, 9:30, 10, I'm like, me and Ange do Netflix because we're both so busy.
Yeah.
Our time is Netflix, and this poor thing has to watch an episode like 3 different times because I'll fall asleep. Like we started was it Ratched, about Nurse Ratched or whatever? Yeah, let's do it. 20 minutes in, I'm out. Mm-hmm. So how'd you do? I watched 3 episodes while you're sleeping. I said, all right, I'll catch up tonight. So it's funny, but I get my sleep in. And you know, when Alex and I met on our ideas and business wise of what his expectations were, me and I of him, we worked out something. So I'm not killing myself anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Benefits the gym, benefits me, and we're just working more efficiently for the goal. So I'm not doing that 5 to 8 p.m. anymore. So at 38, my oldest, I feel more alive now in what I'm doing and what the future looks like than when I was 25. And so that's really exciting. I'm really excited about that. So
right on.
Yes, sir.
How's your diet?
Diet is,
do you diet?
I do, and
do?
Angela's gonna hate me. Like, so we both were like, you know what, and I just wanted to get in really, really good shape, not competition shape, but like I literally just turn it on, and she'll notice in 3 days when the abs start coming in. She's like, you're in it. I'm like,
you could swear.
I know, but I don't want the moms. I don't talk like this in front of the kids. Just when Z's here. So I'm like, I don't want to be an asshole, but like I've been doing it so long, I know what I need, when I need to do it. And people like at work, what meal is this? I'm like, you know, it's an 8-hour shift. This is like my 4th meal, and it blows their mind. But like, and like when I train my clients, half of them, I'm like, not losing weight. Well, would you have? How many calories were you taking? Well, I had a piece of lettuce and a carrot. I'm like, that's not going to work. People have this concept of if I don't eat, I'm going to lose weight. Right. No, that's called starvation mode. So your body's going to hold on to any nutrients, and your metabolism is actually going to slow down. This concept may blow your mind, but I've worked with my clients, and they end up eating more and losing weight, and it just blows their mind. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting. But diet, I treat myself. I'll eat whatever I want when I want. But outside of that, I'm back on the wagon. It's just like that. And Ange will tell you too, I'm the pickiest eater. I'll eat my foods. I eat the same stuff just about every day.
Do you?
And I'm okay with that. And if we want to go out to dinner, I'll splurge, or we want to have a dessert, I'll do it. But it's just moderation. So what I mean? And like, I've maintained everything right now. I'm around 240 something. And this might be pound for pound, other than competition, like the best shape I've been in. And I'm getting older too. I'm, realizing I don't need to roll around, at 260. Puffy, like it's pointless. So that's where we are right now. Probably, body fat percentage is fairly. So I'm in a really, really good place health wise too. So
are you counting your macros?
Nope.
No,
I don't count nothing.
You don't count nothing?
Don't hate me, people.
No.
But again, doing this so long, it's the same stuff, just same portion size, so on and so forth.
So it's a routine for you.
Yep. And if I want to cut weight, what I do personally is manipulate carbohydrates. So I'll have 3 low days. It's not necessarily keto, because keto is way, way low. Mm-hmm. 3 low days, a high day. 3 low days, a high day. And the science behind that is once you refeed on your high day, the following day, your body wants to soak up those carbs again. They're not there. So what's the fuel source going to be? Fat. And it's worked for me. I've trained my clients. I've competed with that. And it's just that's what works for me, and it doesn't necessarily going to work for everybody. You know,
Everybody's different.
Different strokes for different folks. I just know what works for me, and it works quickly. And I'm moving. I never miss my workouts, and so, and it's not rocket science. And I hate to tell everyone that it's literally the consistency.
Yeah,
And that's it.
and dedication too.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Anyone who wants it bad enough will do it. Like, and it can be done. It's not hard at all. Like, I've had people lose over 100 pounds. You know what I mean? And it took a bit, but they didn't give up, and they got there. And one of them, D'Armond, she's one of my clients, lost over 100 pounds, and
Wow.
it really inspired her. She got her training certification, and she's older. She's going to work with the elderly. We actually hired her at the mill to do a class. So.
How cool is that?
Super cool. So I just love it, man. I'm in a good place. I'm gonna keep moving forward, and I'm gonna get these programs for the kids, especially now, man. They need them more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So.
I love the Ninja Warrior
Absolutely.
course. You have them run it
Absolutely.
sometimes. Do you ever run it?
Absolutely. I will say I'll do anything before anyone else does it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Test it out.
Except for your push-ups, you called me out on that. I owe you.
Yeah.
So I will do those. I
Yeah,
promise.
Sure.
And then you got me too on the old. Your morning workouts. It's always that you do it like 8 or 9 when I have to work. I'm like, frag.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You avoid me. I know how it is. It's all,
All right,
good.
just make sure the camera's on both. I want everyone to see his face.
It is. It is. I have opened up that invitation to you a couple times.
Yeah.
To join me for second period gym class, though I've been changing it up a little bit. Kelly's got me doing Beachbody now.
I saw you your living room workouts.
Mm-hmm. She's got me doing Beachbody.
Good.
But I do miss the track though. The track was good, and I probably do the track maybe
Switch it
twice a week or something. But it's good to switch it up.
All right. And I want to say on that too, Miss Kelly, how happy you are makes me happy, bro. I kind of saw it. Like, that's why throw our business out there. I kind of asked him. I started piecing things together, and I'm like, then I'm talking to Angie. I'm like, is this a thing? And I'm like, KZ, and he's like, wow, and I'm like, yes. But I don't think I've ever seen as happy, my man. So I'm happy for you.
Thanks, brother.
And she's fantastic.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And she's got me motivated right now too. Like I said, Beachbody and doing
Absolutely.
all that. So she's kicking my butt.
Good. Best to both of you, man.
But right now, I feel the best I've ever felt.
Because you've been putting it in.
And
with
I'm
that
over
consistency.
40.
Yeah.
You know, we won't date myself right now, but I'm over 40, and I do feel I feel healthy, and I'm in a good place right now. You know,
Beautiful.
like during the beginning of the pandemic, I was a mess.
Everyone.
Oh, I was a mess, though, bro.
Yeah.
And I went live on Facebook every day showing what a mess I was.
I've witnessed some of that a little bit.
Oh yeah. So I was kind of face down in the gutter for a minute there, but I pulled myself out a little bit. A couple people reached out, like with their concerns, and it got into a nice little routine. And now here I am. Now I'm hooked.
That's beautiful.
I'm
That's all
hooked.
it takes, man.
And having her in my corner really helps. So
You're set up to win, my man.
absolutely. It's good to have a good woman on your side, man.
I know that very well.
Yes, you do.
She's the one that got me out of working for someone like else. Like of that 5 to 8, she goes, Eric, you're busting your hump, and you're worth more than this. Because I wasn't making bank, I was working for a franchise. And then I started it up with that. She said it. She goes, enough's enough, because I'm, sacrificing all this for what? So then I started the business, and here I am, So
When did you start the business? The Fierce Foundation, right?
Fierce Foundations. We started in the end of 2017, November.
And look, all the progression you've made in just 3 years, 3.5 years.
2019, I won 2 community leaderships awards within like 3 weeks. Amazing. That's when I was like, whoa, this is something. You know what I mean? So, and then just from there, and then I met with Alex, and it's just keep climbing, man. So.
You mentioned you help a woman lose over 100 pounds. Give me another success story you've helped out with.
Oh, geez. I'll tell you a few things. Like, what, you talking special needs or not, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
There was some of my special needs, the limitations, like the parents were like, I'd never think, like a lot of people's gaits or core, posture, but with the consistency of these kids, and these kids work. Let me tell you, man, they show up and they show out, and that's what I'm just so blessed to be part of their lives and so proud of it, is like the at-home, the ADLs, the activities of daily living that they notice, like, oh, we're doing laundry, standing up straighter, and this, getting them young is going to obviously help them when they're older.
Right.
Because as we all get older, back issues, so on and so forth, so helping them at an early age, aligning everything, working on a lot of special needs, lack, muscular endurance and cardiovascular endurance, muscle tone. So helping that, it's just their life skills as a whole improve, and that's what the parents notice. I can go on for days about, oh, this one lost 25 pounds, this one won a competition, or the time shaved on one of my clients was a swimmer. I worked with me for a year, shaved 30 seconds off her time, setting records and stuff. Those things I got 100 of, but it's the life purposes that really, get me going. When the parents say, I never thought that I'd see him do this or jog a lap around the track, which, to them is a huge gain. And that's why I love what I do, because it could be that, or it could be Russia for the World Games. That doesn't matter to me. It's just, and I always say, getting better every day. That's what I'm in this for. So, and we're going good, my man. We're going good.
Amazing. It's amazing what you do. You're a gem in this community. So we need more of you. Like,
I'm growing my
right
team.
now.
That was the next thing on the list is, I've always been the one-man show.
Right.
So we're hiring some people, getting things rolled out and sustained. So
hiring them through the mill, or
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then as the special needs fitness director, they would work under me as part of the mill. And then everything's pyramided up to Alex. Aaron runs the front. Eddie runs the personal training. And I got the special needs. So collectively as a whole.
What exactly are you looking for as far as an employee goes?
This is the difficult thing is I know a lot of people that are phenomenal trainers but don't have any experience with special needs.
Right.
And then I know people who are phenomenal with special needs but aren't in the fitness industry. So to be honest, it's easier with the experience. I can get anyone trained, you know what I mean? The tests are obviously difficult, but the carryover is not 1,000%, and as long as you can apply a safe, effective workout, you know what I mean? That experience with the kids is probably like 70-30. Mm-hmm. So because, so some have behaviors, how do you handle that, so on and so forth. So the experience with developmental disabilities is more of a priority. So we're working on that. I got a few people. We hired my friend Alicia Ellis. I've trained her brother, Carl. She has more years in than I do. So she secretly got her certification. So we just hired her on to help me out as well as I'm building the programs. So
are you taking applications right now?
Absolutely. So
and how could anybody apply? How can they apply?
Come right to the mill or message me. My cards are at the fitness mill. Email, text, social medias, anything. If you're interested, let me know. And another thing with that too is I tell everyone I'm not going to throw my name on something that I'm not comfortable with too. So it's your resume has to be pretty solid.
Yeah, right. So I imagine it's a good screening process.
Absolutely.
Well.
So and the parents know that too, that I would never refer to them to anyone that I'm not comfortable with. So that's why it's been this process, because that combination of personal training and special needs is very rare. So I'm excited.
You have a great reputation.
I appreciate that. So
people love you, E.
Well,
they do. Man.
I do what I can. So, but I do appreciate the outpour I've received from the community. So.
I want to switch it up a little bit and talk about like current state of affair with COVID going on.
Absolutely.
Like how difficult it is right now to be working out with a mask on.
I'm not.
And keeping everything clean and just staying on top of all that as well.
It's not easy.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you. And I have a ton of parents that are just sitting in the queue. They're like, Eric, when this mask thing goes, I'm in. I mean, wait till COVID's over. My program is going to burst at the seams, which bring it on. But it's not easy, you know what I mean? And especially half of them don't want to wear the mask like to begin with, but then to be working out, I can't stand it. And then to have, some of them with like sensory issues don't even want anything on their face, but they, again, resilient. They come, they do their work. And I'm just so proud, but it's not easy whatsoever. You know what I mean? They're sweating more. It makes them a little bit more uncomfortable, So like they do in school too, everyone will go like to the corners of the room, bring it below your nose, take a deep breath, and then put it back up, and then we'll get back to business, because I can't. The expectation for 30 minutes is that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
But they are resilient, man. And all these new faces that have come, and then obviously the ones I've worked with before. It's just so proud of it, and we're getting it done. They're coming and they're putting up with it, and
you're sterilizing everything too.
Absolutely.
And all that.
After every time, we wipe it down. We've got the wipes, and that's a great thing the fitness mill has done too. Is they're very well prepared. All the stations, the liquids, the hand sanitizer, like you name it, they got it in place. And then the machines are obviously, the 6 feet apart. We tape off the ones, not like the treadmills that are rows every other. We really haven't had too many issues. And shout out to the members who've been very respectful of the wishes. So it's been a slow opening, but it's been good, and we're continuing to gain traction. I don't know what the number was on sales, but since we opened, was really, really, it was a wow moment. And I remember when Alex told me, it's like, wow. So he's like, yeah, people canceled due to COVID, but there had to be like a 200% increase of people who joined. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
And a lot of
I canceled my gym membership.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you where I was, but I went over there and canceled it a couple weeks ago, and they put me on a guilt trip. Like, oh, we can freeze your account, whatever. I'm like, I just don't want any personal expense, and I don't want to work out with a mask on. I really don't.
I don't blame you.
I'd rather be at home and do my own regimen at home where I'm comfortable, or walk a track or get some walking in there, whatever.
Absolutely.
But I'm very uncomfortable with the mask on.
I don't blame you.
As far as working out goes, and working too. I've had a couple gigs where I've worked and pushing road cases and stuff with loading in a couple acts.
That's a workout in itself.
Well, yeah, for sure, man. I'm sore after a gig, but it's difficult for me to, I get kind of a claustrophobic type of person.
Okay,
anyway.
well, that's terrible then. Yeah,
to put that mask on, and it's like, I know the older I get, the more distance from society I want to be. So the social distancing thing, I kind of hope the 6 feet thing stays.
Let's keep that part.
That's the one thing I want to see stay after COVID. Keep your distance from me,
That's
But
good.
it is a little difficult, though. I mean, you have to deal with it, too.
Oh, I got, both jobs. Like, I have to wear, and it's a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
What about those masks, though? And I've seen this prior to COVID. That people were wearing masks, like it's a more of a breathing apparatus type of thing.
Yep,
I imagine the sales on those must be through the roof, right?
It's crazy. Yeah. There's certain ones you can't that are acceptable and aren't. And the fitness mill has masks for people. Like there's certain ones, like the ones that you wear around your neck, the real thin ones, aren't acceptable. And we have masks, so if they come in with them, like here you go. And then some people they got the serious business, the N65 with the 6. Bro, I'm like, that thing had to cost like $100. So God bless you. You're safe, buddy. You're safe. So yeah, people are doing their own thing as long as they're comfortable. That's what we're here to do, is to provide a good service. So, and that's what we pride ourselves out. Speaking of best of the best, get your votes in, people. That just started too. I don't know. I didn't even know that was coming. So we're pushing that. So
we're up too for best of the best as well. For
obviously
best entertainment group or whatever. It's a couple years in a row we've been on that list.
That's right. You are the best, my man.
Thanks, bro. You are too, man. Yeah. When do we expect the new building to get open? Is there a projection?
I believe Alex's update was May of next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's moving.
Yep.
You got to get through winter, too.
Yep.
And it's tough to do construction through the winter, but if anybody can get it done.
That was my statement. If anyone could do it, it's Alex. So
it is.
Yeah, that's going to be a game over. I can't wait till that comes down. Everything is just going to blow up.
And it's good to see that spot being used up.
And
right?
And that's why I love Alex, too, is I'm not a business person whatsoever. I'm good at what I do. I can provide a good service. But the business background, he's a killer, man. He did all the, how many cars pass and this and that. Like, He's already got the board up and people are utilizing it, to sell their businesses. It's just, man, if I had that when I was like, man, I probably wouldn't be working.
Right.
No, I would be working. Who are we kidding?
Yeah, you can't sit still, dude.
So, but I love, that's why I love working with him. One of the main reasons is to learn the business aspect of it, and that's why he's successful. He knows what he's doing. And that part I lack. So teaming that up with, my passion for what I do is we're gonna do some big things.
What I love about Alex too is nothing's far fetched.
Nope.
Like he dreams it and then gets it done. Like when he says live it, he really lives it. Like he has a dream and then he lives it. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
He's there. I remember it too. Like when I first started and live it, I'm like, okay, that's that's cute. 5 a.m. every morning, he's there. He doesn't have to be there. He's getting busy. He's greeting, shaking hands, kisses babies. Like he's got it down, man. He's very good at what he does, and I'm proud to be part of it.
And he's still taking all the classes too.
Yep, he's still staying busy. He's got a powerlifting meetup right now. He's cutting weight. He's doing great. He got super strong too, but that's because he's there putting it in. He's got his little team of powerlifters. They get together. And it's just good to see too, and it's good for the gym to see that camaraderie right now. But yeah, he's there. It doesn't have to be greeting people. How's everyone doing? He's calling people out on their masks. Make sure you're happy. Like, he lives it.
Yep.
There's no doubt about that whatsoever.
So, what new things can we expect from the new facility?
All right, so a lot of it, there's not many indoor tracks locally. So the one we have now is like 1/16. The new one is like 1/6, I believe, 1/6 or 1/8. So it's going to be, I believe, running around the whole inside of the gym.
Wow.
So it's going to be like 4 to 6 times bigger. And I know because there's a lot of runners around here too. In the wintertime, you're screwed. So that's going to be huge. The group classrooms, I believe it's pretty cool how he set it up. They're sectioned off to have them like 3 or 4, but at any time you can pull them all up and have one huge one. So if we were going to do an event like powerlifting, for example, open up all the walls. So that's great. And then he's got his sauna, steam rooms, all that. It's just, and he's still giving, which I loved and I respected, is the vibe of the mill, like the steel, that hardcore approach. And he was talking about an outdoor gym like Muscle Beach, if you're ever familiar, but have an area, for the outdoors with like kind of, the badass part. So he's bringing a lot of cool things in there. Then all the local businesses that are, branching off into another location. He's going to have the daycare, which is huge. So it's just it's a little strip mall. It's live it downtown. It's going to be great, and that's what he always says too. I just don't want a gym experience. I want a life experience. So people can drop their animals off at Barks of the Boulevard and go work out. Like there's any issue you have, he's basically solving it in one location. So it's great.
When you guys vacate the current location, what happens to that? Do you know?
I have no idea. No.
That's a big space to fill.
That's what, 30,000 square feet. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but I can't wait to this.
The new one's going to be amazing.
He showed me the blueprints and everything. I'm like, what else was I expecting? But like it was great. He was like this, and he got. You want to talk about someone who does his homework? He's got it down to the inch, and this is going to be here. And I'm like, oh, you got it, my man.
Smart.
Just show me where I sign. I'm in. So, and that's the thing too. Like with all the members now, they're carrying right over anything that's honored. So if you signed in a year agreement the day before, it's carrying over. So
cool.
He takes care of his staff and he takes care of his members. So, and I'm definitely on that list of appreciation for he's taking good care of me.
And that's why he's highly respected in this community.
Absolutely. So he's a good person to work with. So I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, for sure. It's bright, man. It's bright. This whole town is bright right now. There's a lot of cool things happening, and I can't wait to see Utica 10 years from now.
I know. Look like what we've done in the last 10, and this is going to be 2-3 times that. So.
Exactly. 10 years from now, to look back and to be like, wow, like I remember when this was on the ground floor, and now here we are.
Yeah, because Alex has got the gym, and then the Nexus Center is coming with the Odd.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be, downtown's going to be beautiful, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. The whole landscape, the whole scenery, the whole just vibe of downtown is going to change for the better.
Yeah, it's good to see too, because that area was so void for so long.
Oh, indeed.
Oh my God.
You can see it starting to change a little bit now too. Like if you're driving down the arterial, or you're on 12 and you're coming into Utica, if you're heading south on 12, and you look over at night and you can just see all the lights and people have decorated their buildings, and it just looks cool. It actually looks like it's got this big city vibe to it.
Absolutely. Showing the pride. It's out there.
Yeah.
The lofts, and then there's a lot of good stuff coming.
Bag Square, and then the construction. People are complaining about the construction being waiting in traffic for an extra 5 minutes. I'm like, people, it's progress. Enjoy it.
And people are going to they'll find anything to complain about. You know what I mean?
Anything. But they got that roundabout going in over by the OD and stuff over there, and that's cool. I mean, it just keeps the flow of traffic going.
Absolutely.
That intersection's always been kind of screwy, if you will.
Oh yeah.
And over there by Bag Square on the other side of it too, that's always been a little kind of screwy too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna look cool. It's gonna have a great little vibe to it, and about time.
Yes,
Especially with this DRI money coming in too, with the downtown initiative, with the $10 million that are coming into downtown. So a lot of great things, man. A lot of great things, and you guys are right at the forefront of all of that.
I appreciate that, man.
It's gonna be good stuff. Aaron St. Alex has a big heart, and he definitely does have a big heart. He's always giving too. Like that's the other thing. He makes donations to a lot of charitable causes. And he's out there doing things, and with the Boilermaker, he was like the #1 sponsor for the Boilermaker and the Heart Run and Walk, and just doing a lot of good things in the community.
Absolutely. That's why I love Erin, too. You saw she put the vote for best of the best in there. She gives everyone her love, and then she's back to business.
She's always business.
Yes, I love her.
She's always business. She don't stop.
Nope.
She's animal.
She's great, and that's why she is where she is as well, man.
She's up at 5 a.m. I watch all her videos, too, every day, and it's just cool what she's doing, and she's another one changing lives.
Absolutely. I love watching it, too, now that I'm at the desk. If someone comes out of their class, you know, and half breaking chops, but half concerned. They say, how was their class? Drenched.
Yeah.
They're like, it's great. I'm going to go home, sleep for 6 hours. I'm like, well, that means she did good.
Eddie says she tortures him.
I think it's 50-50 there, but oh my God, when they did the videos of what's Aaron going to do to Eddie or whatever they named it.
Why did they stop that?
Oh my God, let's bring it back,
that
guys.
Needed to continue forever. That's some great content.
He said it, Eddie. I didn't say that.
I told him that the other day too. I'm like, that needs to keep going, man.
And then they switched it, and like he was doing it to her, but he got a beating, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was Wait, did he get waxed? Did he do a waxing?
He did a waxing.
Oh,
he was in the chamber too, the cold chamber there. And
Eddie, if you need someone to talk to, man, I'm here for you. Just let me know.
I'm a good listener.
And that's the thing with Erin too. Even if she's being tortured, she'd be like, "Oh my God, this isn't that bad. What are we doing next?" I'm like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
So
I tell you, Eddie met me one day at the track. And
I heard all about you. Called me out when they came on. You're like, thank you guys for showing up. But
he didn't show up, right?
Like, you got me. Fair enough.
I got you twice too, because you owe me push-ups too.
I'll pay up.
He came, and she came as well, but her son was there. But she decided to bark out a couple.
It's a nature. It's a nature.
It. And I tell you, they were there for maybe 25 minutes or so. I walked out of there gassed.
That's all you need.
Gassed.
And like
she's sitting there like this.
What's next? Yep. And that's the thing too. To effective workout, you don't have to be in the gym for hours, but you'll see people sitting on their phone and this. That's why you're there for 2 hours. If you get busy, 30 minutes is top. You can burn 500 calories in 30 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Like just get to work.
Yeah, you got to work.
What I mean,
no stop.
And that's what I do too. I'm more of a fast pace, like not like the old days where I had a ton of time to. But
take me through your routine. What are you doing? You lifting weights? Are you doing cardio? What are you doing?
I don't, and people don't hate me. I normally don't do cardio. The only time I've literally ever done cardio is contest prep for stubborn body fat. Like the guy who trained me, Matt Vasquez, he never even did it and used to be shredded because it's literally all diet. But getting closer to a show, usually in the lower abdomen, you'll store some brown body fat, which is much more stubborn. Then that's when I would have to do cardio. And I'll do it a little while just for overall health. But for body fat loss, like when they say abs are made in the kitchen, it's legit. Like I don't do much cardio now, and I think I'm down about 15. And still maintaining my muscle mass because I know how my body works. But I don't do a ton of cardio, and for people who do it, love it, have at it. But me running around city block, I'd rather do something like play racquetball where I'm not paying attention to running.
Right.
I can't stand doing the treadmill. I can't stand like running. But if we're playing volleyball or something, I'm all in. You know, that's cardiovascular work, but it's not. I find it boring to me. So
it's more weights that what you do, like each day's
and
shoulders,
I always switch it up. There's 100 rep sets. There's 10 sets of 10. There's regular bodybuilding, pyramidization. And then that's where I'm successful too, is a lot of people stay in their same lane. Monday's chest day, I'm going to bench. And that's why there's, your body adapts to doing the same thing all the time. You got to switch it up.
Muscle confusion's a real thing.
Absolutely. I got some, meathead buddies, 20-inch arms. I give them like a pink dumbbell and do a one-legged like deadlift for your hamstring. They're swearing at me the next day, but this guy can bench 500 pounds. I gave him a pink dumbbell and he's hurting because your body's not used to that.
Right.
So
it's good to switch it up.
Absolutely. Muscle confusion is legit. So that's basically what I do. I'm always switching it up. Totally different thing. Free weights, machines, the way I do my repetitions, different styles of training. So I always try to mix it up. And that's what I've been doing this so long. It's easier for me. And a lot of people ask me for advice, and I give it to them like, "Oh my God, I hate you." But you asked for it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, things are good there. So,
Aaron's saying they waxed Eddie and did paintball. We should do some paintball. We should get a team together.
That would be fun.
I'd love to do some paintball.
Aaron, set up paintball.
Then Eddie's saying, yes, it was fun for everybody but me.
It seems like that was a risk everyone was willing to take, Eddie. So.
Your torture was our laughter.
He is a trooper. And let me tell you
really
another thing. Like you with Kelly and then Eddie and Aaron, like, it's just, I'm so happy that you guys have, like, they're just perfection together. It's great to see that. Because I've known Aaron, God, for, Jesus, Aaron, what's it been, 20 years? But just to see her that happy, and Eddie, when I first met Eddie, I loved him. You know what I mean? And I necessarily haven't been a fan of some of Aaron's people, but anyways. But when Eddie came in, I'm like, this dude's legit. So, and you just see how happy they are together. They're everywhere. It's beautiful.
They are. He's saying he don't do cardio at all. And Eddie, I noticed when you came to the track with me that day. Much love, though.
Stay strong, Eddie.
Yeah, man. One day we should go out and do paintball one day. I've always wanted to do that. They got that place over by Accelerate Sports.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love to go there. We should just tear it up and shoot each other up a little bit.
I would totally. I did it once for Ange's son's birthday. But like some of the kids had these fancy guns that are great. Mine like literally curved. Like I'm like, this is ridiculous. But the setup and the whole thing was great. So
at the same spot?
Was it in Rome?
Oh, it was in Rome?
Yeah, but it was a blast. But as long as we all have the same crap equipment, I'm totally in. So I'll be a wall for Eddie, and then Eddie could just hop out and shoot someone. We got this.
He says he's down. So, yeah, we should plan something. It would be a lot of fun. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, no, that would be fun. We would definitely do that.
Awesome.
So let's set it up.
E, good hang today, man. I'm so glad you could come in. Usually when you do come in, it's like a group of people. We never get a one-on-one. No. So this is really cool that we actually got to spend some time together.
I appreciate that.
Increase our bromance.
Yes. I'm going to hear from Ann. She goes, she always says that with the bromance, too. So she's like, you got to meet Z because we'll see you at the events. And I'm like, all right, great. And then once I actually sat down to me, I'm like, I love this dude. So.
Thanks, man. The feeling's mutual for sure, my friend.
I got to give one shout out real quick.
Of course. Give him many shout outs as you can, and also give all your tags and how people can find you on social media.
I want to give a shout out to my Marcy Psych Center crew. Like with all this program building, it hasn't been easy. They've been super supportive if I needed time off. So Kim Sakurnik, I told you I was going to shout you out. So there's your shout out. Thank you for supporting me. Everyone at the mill, the crew from the front desk to the cleaners to Alex. You guys are phenomenal to work with. I'm glad to be part of this journey with you. And if you need to get a hold of me, it's fiercefoundations@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'm on all the social medias, or you can even hit the Fitness Mill up as I'm an administrator on that as well. I'll get it. Eric Decarlis on Facebook, Fierce Foundations on Instagram. So any questions, I'm at the front desk from 5 to 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. Bring it on. We got fantastic things coming down the line that I want everyone to be part of. So stay tuned for new information and, keep hanging tough in our lovely pandemic here. So
hopefully it'll be over soon.
Yeah, it's gotta.
But you, my friend, are definitely a product of your environment.
That's right.
You are.
Eddie,
Boom, baby.
You got that, Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie. Eddie, thanks for all the shout-outs lately, too, man. He's been shouting us out a lot.
Yeah, he's great. He's super supportive, man.
Supporting Kelly and everything that we're doing over there as well. So thank you for all the support. And it is a great circle that we all run in.
Beautiful.
And
I got to check your clothing site out there. I got to rock some.
For sure. I'm going to make a big bulk order, so we'll have something in your hands really soon.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know you like to wear the hat.
Absolutely.
So I'll have to maybe get a hat in your possession. So,
That's right.
success and nothing less, my friend.
Ooh,
Keep
I
doing
like
your
that.
thing, man. Keep doing it. You're a gem in this community, and I'm proud to know you as a friend. So,
I appreciate that. And same
thank
to
you for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Before we do get out of here, much love to my sponsors, EJA Moving Services. When you're ready to move and relocate. So when Alex, I know Alex has used Eddie a few times when it comes to moving his gym equipment.
They helped me. Did I ever tell you that?
They helped you too?
So I had an 8-piece of the pin selectorized weight. Those things are crazy.
Wait, what is it?
Like there was a chest press, but they were the pin selected. So it was like 300 pounds, 400 each one, and I had 8 of them.
Oof.
They rolled up in 2 trucks. All these, it seemed like younger kids.
Yeah.
They were very cost efficient, and they did a great job. And they were hilarious.
Oh,
Those guys they had a blast moving this. I'm like, you guys are crazy, and I'm going to hire you anytime I need you. But they picked up all my equipment from New Hartford, and we put it in my garage.
Wow.
They were fantastic.
They are great.
Yeah.
Great crew to work with, easy to work with, and they'll pretty
Absolutely.
much move whatever. What I love about Eddie's a logistic guy.
Yep.
So he does car transports, and they do elderly moves, and even if like your kid is going to college, they'll move them into their dorm rooms, whatever. Studio, he's helped my buddy move the studio out, gym equipment. So when Alex moves the fitness mill over
Get 'em.
to the new spot, I'm sure they're going to be using EJA Moving Services
Absolutely.
because they
Good
are the
stuff.
professional movers. Hit them up at ejamoving.com or call them today at 315-335-0516. Also, shout out to my peeps over at Utica Coffee, the best coffee in the world. They've made me a coffee snob.
I love it there. And you know Michelle McSweeney.
Oh, very well.
She's
Love Michelle.
so sweet. Sometimes I don't even like coffee, but I'll go just to say hi to her. She's adorable.
Love Michelle. She's a gem in this community as well. And you ever want a good shot of positivity, just go down there and
That
hang with
vibe
Michelle
there.
for like 5 minutes, and she will you'll feel so much better about yourself after talking to Michelle.
They're great.
Great people over there. Wake the Hell Up, wakethehellup.com. You can check them out online. Also, much love to Saranac Brewery. And, of course, my good friend, attorney Dave Longaretta, 315-735-6162 if you need some legal advice. I will be putting the podcast up really soon. You can check us out on the audio side of things on the podcast form on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Google, pretty much where you listen to podcasts. So give us a 5-star rating, too. And also vote for us for Best of the Best and vote
Yeah,
for the
buddy.
Fitness Mill for Best of the Best. And
Right.
we're out there doing our thing. So, yes, E, thanks again for hanging,
My
man. This
pleasure.
has been a good time, and thank you, and keep doing all the great things that you're doing in this community.
I'm on it, brother. Same to you.
We will see you again on Monday, where Justin Smithson and I will resume Local Music Monday, and our guest on Monday is the Dr. Jerry Krause. So we're going to be talking old school music scenes.
Oh, you eat that up. You
I love it,
that.
dude. I love it. That's what we do, you know. But
Beautiful.
I always want to talk. You ever hear the old timers always talk about 4 Acres?
I have heard.
4 Acres was like the legendary club. John Mellencamp played there. The Ramones played there. Talking Heads played there. Like everybody played there, and it was right over there where the dance studio is on 49.
Really?
Yeah, that's where 4 Acres was located. It's a big old place.
Wow.
But so many legendary bands have played. Eddie Money played there.
Look at that lineup.
Yeah, amazing. So we're going to talk to the doctor about that
Bring it
on
back.
Monday for Local Music Monday. So thank you so much. Like, subscribe, follow All Things Disruption Network on social media platforms. You guys have yourself a good weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.